Aurora, welcome back to Triple J.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
How are you? I saw on TikTok a couple of days ago that you were hiding in a forest. Are you still hiding in a forest?
No, not at the moment, but I have been hiding for quite some time. And I've just been, talking with the squirrels and hugging the trees and doing all of those things. It's been very lovely. And I've also had a lot of wine. It's been a very good combination between like healing and poison. But now I'm back to the mainland.
I feel like the only time I've ever talked to squirrels has also been after some wine.
Yes, of course.
Apart from music, how have you been entertaining yourself recently, Aurora?
Oh, well, the same things as always. I'm very good at entertaining myself. I find myself very entertaining. I've just been painting and existing in my home, eating a lot of food, a lot of delicious food, and drying things. I've become an expert, if I must say.
Like what drying? What sorts of things? Like flowers or fruit, or
yes, both flowers, fruit, and bugs.
bugs.
And I'm very good at it. So that's been a very splendid hobby.
Is that a hobby that you learned as a kid or something, or is this something you've just learned recently?
Well, I learned, or I guess I feel like it's a thing I've always known deep in my heart. Drying things.
I just put them in the sun hard, good at me, yeah.
Yes. But I started doing it lately.
All right.
It's a new hobby.
Yeah, I'm always impressed with every time I check in with your socials or anything, that how your ability to not only entertain yourself but also find joy in small things. I the other day I saw you were just talking about how much you loved carrots.
Yes.
And I was just like, that's so great.
I love them.
Like, what do you love about?
I dressed up like one today.
You actually have. What do you love about carrots so much?
Well, obviously, besides the fact that they're orange, I love the sound they make, and I love their.
That was an incredible carrot impression you just did. It was bang on. People listening at home would not be able to know this, but you don't have a carrot. You just did that with your mouth. That was really impressive.
One of my many mouth talents. I just love carrots. They're fresh, and there is something about them that never fails to cheer me up. Yes.
That's beautiful. But onto music, apart from obviously drying bugs, hugging trees, chatting to squirrels, all amazing stuff. And we could talk about those forever, frankly. Mm-hmm. But there is a new song called Give In to the Love, which we're going to put on in just a second.
Yes.
Can you tell us a bit about where this started for you?
Well, I was thinking one day, as you do, and I was thinking a lot about what is it called again? The third Alien movie. What is it called?
Prometheus?
Yes, thank you. I was thinking about Prometheus. Not
the movie or the myth?
The myth.
Okay.
Because I'm very interested in mythology. I just think it's the most fantastic thing ever. And I was thinking about Prometheus and how he supposedly made mankind in clay, and how he stole the fire from the gods to kind of make us alive and complete us, I guess. And I was thinking about this clay and how much we obsess with the looks of this clay that kind of means nothing, and how it seems to distract us from the value of, I guess, the fire that we keep inside. And that's very sad. I think the world today makes a lot of people very unhappy because we obsess with these strange things, like how we look. So many people base their whole worth on how they look, and they never feel like they look beautiful enough. And I find this obsession with beauty both very fascinating and very scary at the same time. So it's kind of about that, I guess. Clay, no. Fire, yes.
Wonderful. A perfect assessment. Aurora, you were just saying that song was kind of inspired by the myth of Prometheus. So you were saying stole fire from the gods to give to mankind. Have you ever stolen something? Are you much of a thief?
Well, I guess I have. I've enjoyed a bit of like picnicking my whole life. I love stealing flowers from other people's gardens.
Did you say
and I also
picnicking? What's picnicking?
oh, is it not a word? I thought it was like your word. You did this.
I mean, I don't want to. Frankly, it's adorable. So I would love to take responsibility for it, but I don't know if that is ours. Nitpicking? No.
Okay. Picnicking?
Picnicking. If you were to define lip picking?
Nitpicking? Picnic? No. If I was to define nitpicking, I would say it's about like stealing one of each, like not a lot. So
like
not like a bunch, but you steal one thing, like
Okay.
stealing one gum, one child, one flower. It's like a tiny thief theft.
Yeah, because
But
nitpicking
yes.
is a word, but it doesn't mean that. But frankly,
I
it
don't
should.
care.
Yeah, it does now.
It's a better definition.
Yeah.
Yes, call the police and tell them that it should become a word.
We're adding an adorable new crime, police. You've also been you've had such a wild few years of like things blowing up, including it's often interesting when a song finds a new life on TikTok. And your song "Runaway" has found a life on TikTok. This part in particular, people on TikTok might recognize it.
And I was running far away. Would I run off the wall someday? Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
To have 500,000 people making videos with this song around the world, it must have been so incredible. Were there any that stood out to you?
Well, I think all the videos that I could see were made like from countries on the other side of the world hit me in quite a magical way. And I was very moved, I guess, by people allowing my song into their hearts I know it was a hard time when that song kind of lived its best teenage life out there. I felt like people maybe needed a song like that, which is very touching and it's very brave to let anything into your heart and touch it. So I felt very touched by it. But yeah, it was nice also to see people kind of uniting during during such a separated time and seeing them keep themselves busy with this trend thing, isolated in their rooms. It's a very touching thing, but also it's very absurd. So I also kind of don't care so much.
Yeah. There's just such a wide array of different types of TikToks people have made involving it. Sometimes people are doing acrobatics. Sometimes they're just, singing in their room. I saw one man walking his pet tiger to the song in a beautiful, wonderful backdrop. There's a lot going on with that song, and it feels like I guess if you write a song, there's no way you could imagine that it could mean so many different things to so many different people.
Oh no, not at all. And I wrote this when I was like 11. I was so young then. I didn't even know what nitpicking meant. No, I was very young when I wrote it, and it's very surreal. But I guess it makes sense also, because whatever comes from an authentic place on the inside will hit authentic places on the outside for other people. Or I guess, it just makes sense, like in the balance of the universe and the whole existence of everything forever and ever.
Well, obviously that's a very old song still doing well, and now there's this brand new one. But are you working on an album at the moment, Aurora?
Yes, sir, I am indeed. I have been working on an album, as we all have, I think. I think every single artist have, because
We have.
finally been. Yes, you have. We all have. But it's yes, I have, and it's been wonderful. I rented this, or like I stayed in a little castle, here in Norway, for like a month, and I just made the whole thing. It was a very nice thing. Also, a lot of wine and squirrels included. In a completely platonic way, of course. Not misunderstand. But yes, of course. Yes, it was really it was a beautiful adventure, and I made this album asking a lot of questions, I think. Not really claiming that I have any answers, but I'm asking a lot of, I think, important questions about, this one little tiny life we have been given, and whether we spend it in the right way.
Did you, when you're making an album in a castle, did you know anything about the castle or the history of it before you booked it? Do you know what happened there, or was it a famous castle? I know nothing about anything, so I don't know anything about castles.
And nothing about anything?
Well, sorry,
Well,
I meant with regards to Norwegian castles. Sorry, yes.
Oh, okay, that's fine. That's much better. Well, it is a very small castle, and I kind of know the people that keep it keep it warm, I guess. Yes, and I was allowed to stay there. I asked them, and they said yes. They said I do, and it was just lovely. It's like you have to jump on a boat, or you can technically walk, of course. But I like to jump because there's a little space between like land and the boat. So I jump on the boat, and it takes 2 hours, and then you arrive in this beautiful little place called Rosendale, and there are many like huge mountains there, and they all kind of bend over the little village like they're kind of taking care of it. And the castle is like 500 years old, 400 years old, 400. And it was owned a long time ago by a French baron who was very interested in arts and the healing, possibilities of music. So that's why I went there. It just felt right.
Wow. Are there good acoustics in a castle?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Good to know, because we're obviously working on our album as well.
Yeah,
and
we'll
we're
have to find a
Yes.
castle here in Australia to record it in, undoubtedly.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think there's like a macadamia castle in northern New South Wales. Yeah, we'll look into it. Yeah.
Look into it.
But Aurora, you're also doing a huge tour around Europe next year. Do you have any thoughts about maybe being able to come to Australia if things are allowed in next year?
Well, yes, I hope. I love being in Australia. I always feel so alive there, and I love the bats, and I also love the people. You're so freaking friendly, and it's so nice.
It's telling,
so
though, that
nice.
you
I
love-
love Australia.
When you were listing the things you love, it went bats first and then people. So, it's...
Yes, it would be weird otherwise.
Are there no bats in Norway?
We have them, I think, but they're very small. And they're not as impressive. Like, they have no confidence.
These insecure Norwegian bats. The poor bats in Norway.
Very arrogant bats. Well, it would be a pleasure. Hopefully we will get to see you in the country really soon. And
Yes,
hopefully
I
get
hope so.
Yeah, we'd love to hear more from this album as well. For the meantime, Aurora, such a pleasure as always. We'll chat to you again soon.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. Bless you all.